What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Blue Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Aren't they pretty? Seriously. Actually, right now, this time of day, where it's not too bright, you can really see some of the colors. They're very colorful. Look at it. Beautiful. Beautiful fish. I love it. It was gone last night, so they haven't been fed since the night before. So, and I've been busy since I got home. So, coming out here now to make sure I take care of them. This is silly season. This is where we basically have about 5 weeks of time before they get to training camp. And once training camp opens, it's going to be fun time because we'll be talking about practice. Not a game that I love. We'll be talking about practice. But today, something that was interesting, and I kind of touched on this a little bit, looking at Michael Gallop as he's been working out and doing his rehab. In fact, last Friday, we were at the Star doing the tour of the Star when we were down there taking care of Stuart Morrison's mother's house. We toured the Star, but we couldn't get into the locker room because Michael Gallop was in there rehabbing. Now keep in mind, this is the week after after minicamp ended, okay? Minicamp, they broke camp early. They were supposed to have practice on Thursday. Friday, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, Michael Gallop was in there rehabbing, so he's working hard to get back on the field. Todd Archer, who's usually pretty good about this stuff, it said that he's expected to be playing in September. So he won't be put onto the PUP list. See, the way the PUP list works, not PUP list, the injured reserve list. You put on the injured reserve list, you're out for 6 weeks. And it doesn't look like he's going to go on IR, which is good. And if you're saying that he's going to play in September, there's only 3 games in September, with the last one being against the New York stinking Giants. So what we're talking about is actually him being back sooner than later. And that may be a great thing for the offense because without Amari Cooper, a lot of people will put the death nail in the Dallas Cowboys. I'm not quite there just yet with saying that the Cowboys offense will be, atrocious without Amari Cooper. I know Amari Cooper is a great route runner. Amari Cooper gets a lot of attention and things. But I'm believing that Tony Pollard is going to be the new weapon of choice for the Cowboys. And I think the Cowboys need to use 12 personnel as well as also having Zeke and Tony on the field together. Because Tony is kind of the anti-Deebo Samuels. Yeah, Deebo Samuels is more the receiver / running back, where Tony Pollard is the running back / receiver. And we need to use them as such. And knowing the Cowboys with what they like to do, knowing that this is a contract year, they might DeMarco Murray him. You know what I mean? DeMarco Murray, they knew they weren't going to resign. So they ran DeMarco Murray into the ground. They literally did 1,800 yards, Dallas Cowboy record. He was a beast. But they let him go at the end of the year. So I could see the Cowboys trying to get the most out of it. And him looking really, really good if he does end up being released. Somebody picks him up for a good contract, you get that compensatory pick. I'm not saying that that's the right thing to do. It's kind of the thing that the Cowboys do. But let's hope, keep our fingers crossed, that he is ready sooner than later, because we definitely need as many healthy bodies as we can get. They're all over the place tonight. Another interesting thing. Gronkowski retired yesterday, and Ndamukong Suh has not been re-signed by Tampa Bay. And I've said Tampa Bay is probably going to be maybe a little bit worse. Bruce Arians is gone. Gronk is retired. You lose a guy like Ndamukong Suh. Antonio Brown is gone. You can't help but think that Tampa Bay is going to come back down. We know they still have the GOAT, but you know what? The GOAT is still getting older. And I know he sold his soul to the devil, but at some point, the devil's going to want his due. Namakinsu, he said he's interested in one team. One team. And that's the Raiders. He'd like to go to Vegas, and, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Now, he's not the same guy he was 3-4 years ago, but he's still very, very productive. And should the Cowboys think about signing him? Of course they should think about signing him. Will they sign him? Hell no, they won't. We got Cat Boy, Stephen Jones. Stephen Jones, the money miser. He wouldn't spend the kind of money it would take to get Namakinsu here, even though Namakinsu is the prototypical kind of player that the Cowboys are actually drafting now. See, the Cowboys are now getting big guys with an attitude. And there's not too many guys that are bigger than Namakinsu with as much attitude as Namakinsu. This is one of those cases where you wonder, will the Cowboys do anything with the $23 million that they have? And oh, by the way, we're closing in on about 3 weeks to get Dalton Schultz's contract done, in which case they could create some more cap space that we won't use. I'm just wondering, and this is not the first time I've wondered, if the Cowboys are asleep behind the wheel. I know they have the philosophy of, we're not going to spend a whole lot of money in free agency. If that's not the way you build a team. But you still have to look at it and say, we are thin in a couple of areas that 1 or 2 injuries could really derail the season. Linebacker and offensive line with experience as backups. Those would be the 2 things that are definitely keeping me awake at night. Definitely. That and this bad back, because, I got to keep flipping around so it doesn't tighten up on me. And then there's sometimes I get cramps in the legs on days that I've done too much work. That kind of keeps me up at night as well. Yeah, some of those things kind of, definitely keep you up. And then trying to keep up with the Cowboys, that keeps me up all night long, especially the next 5 weeks or 4.5 weeks, however long it is till training camp opens up. That's truly keeping me awake. But that's all I've got for you. The fish are fed, and hopefully you guys are fed with some knowledge. I feel tired, and I think when I feel tired and want to sleep, it's usually because I'm down and depressed. And I think doing everything that we did, building up to going to Texas and trying to get all that together and, listening to Stu about how good it's going to be for us to come down there and take care of Mama, and the love we were shown by the family and all the comments from everybody. And now it's done. And I think this is the time that I really start missing Stewart. It's been so much go that there hasn't been enough time for my mind to just think about it. And I think that's what's happening, and I feel a void there talking to Stewart, because, Stewart, the title was, should the Cowboys sign Namakinsu? Stewart would text me or call me and say, well, I'd love to take him, but Cat Boy's not going to sign anybody. I hate Cat Boy. And I know I'm not going to get that from him. So, maybe that's what it all is. Well, I hope you all are having a great day. I'll be back later with my fireside chat, and I think I'm going to go to bed early tonight. Kind of tired. Happens when you get old. Have a great one. Peace.